Hello friends, welcome to the video. So without wasting much your time, we will be going to see the element 2 and we will check the important questions which you can expect for your exam and other additional questions also. So please take your approved textbook so that it will be easy for you to follow up. So let us start. Talking about the element 2, which is how health and safety management systems work and what they look like. So here you can find some questions related to policies, the new management safety management system, the ILO OSH 2001. So let us see what are the important areas where you have to stress for this exam. So you can see we are going through ILO OSH 2001 and ISO 45001 systems. So here maybe PDCA cycle is important, you must know, and it is quite simple what is PDCA, plan do check act, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, definitely you may be asked about the key elements of safety and health management system related to ILO OSH 2001. Similarly, ISO 45001 can be asked. It is possible they may ask the key elements for the system. Sometimes they may give you the scenario where uh, they may the NIBOSH may stress you to implement a very good safety management system. Like they may ask you what is a proper health and safety management system, and they may ask you to how you can implement it in your company. Similarly, not necessary, but also you may expect the difference between the ISO 45001 and the ILO OSH 2001. I have given it in my notes. Only small differences are there, so you can you have to say, maybe you have to say what is the modifications in the new system, how it will be beneficial for your company. So these key elements are very important. Yeah, here you can see the benefits of achieving certifications. What is the benefits? How, why you shall implement the systems in your company. So you can expect a scenario based on this question. It is important from this element. Similarly, policies. Yes, health and safety policies. The three parts. Basic, but the general statement of intent, organization, arrangements. It is important. You must know it. Similarly, the objectives and targets, you can expect a question. What all targets, and you have to explain these targets in front of your committee, safety, health and safety committee, like in scenario questions. The aim, the target, the SMART objectives. Similarly, arrangements, yeah, general health and safety management arrangements. What all are the arrangements? You have to know about that. Then permit to work. Yeah, reviewing policy. You can expect questions like the factors which lead to the reviewing of policy. It is possible. They may give you a scenario where some accidents happened or something, and you have to suggest a strong reason to management that it is a high time to review the policy. So why you need to change the policy? So these reasons plus based on the scenario. See, there is no fixed answer for this. That's what I used to say from beginning. Because earlier you can say, like for the definitions, you can say, yeah, this is the definition, this is the answer, and you will get the full mark. But here, it is based on the scenario, and we can't predict what kind of scenario you will get, right? Until we clear one or two exams, until we see the sample papers of one or two exams, we can identify the trend which NIBOSH is following. But here in this case, you have to you have to read the scenario, you have to understand the scenario. It is very important. See, I think for this question, reviewing of policy, there are many reasons are there. Organizational changes, technological changes, any enforcement action, any accidents happen. So in case of scenario, you have to understand, friends, what is happening there actually. So For example, if any accident happened in a site, so you have to enforce that. Yeah, I mean, you have to stress that point. Yeah, this is the reason, so we have to review the policy. Then again, you have to say like, and there may be chances of enforcement actions in future. So to prevent that, again we have to review our policy. Health and safety policy must be available to everyone. It must be displayed properly. So all these points you have to mention based on the scenario. These all points are the only supporting points. These points you have to keep in your mind, plus the scenario questions, plus the scenario. You have to focus on that and you have to write the answer. So apart from this, yeah. So this is the main important informations available in our notes. Now we'll see what additional questions you may expect from the element 2. I think element 1 and element 2, the scope is very limited. Only few questions are there. Most of the questions which you can expect is from 3 and 4, which is very important. So let us see now what are the additional questions which you can expect. So this is another important question which you can expect in a scenario, which may fit into scenario like why policy should be signed by the most senior person in an organization. Very important question, and I think most of you know the answer for this, because it demonstrates the management commitment. It will give the authority to the policy, or the ultimate responsibility comes from the top management. So this question also you can expect from this segment. Similarly, you can say this question is also good for you to know, like why it is important that all persons in an organization are aware of their roles and responsibilities for health and safety. So even this question fits very well into the scenario where the management may ask you to give the points why everyone, like the middle managers, the supervisors must be aware of their roles and responsibilities. Why everyone in the organization should be aware of their roles and responsibilities. So for that you can write like, ensuring that all persons in an organization are aware of their roles for health and safety will assist in defining their individual responsibilities, and it will indicate the commitment and leadership of senior management. Similarly, a clear delegation of duties will also help in sharing out health and safety workload, and it will ensure contribution from different levels and jobs. Similarly, defining roles and responsibilities will help to set up clear lines of reporting and communication, as well as assisting in defining individual competencies and training needs, particularly for specific role, you can say. Finally, making individuals aware of their own roles and responsibilities will indicate to them that the health and safety is seen as a core function of the job. It will increase their motivation and help to improve the health and safety culture within the organization as a whole. You can expect another question from this policy segment, like in a scenario, in what all various methods you can use for communicating the contents of health and safety policy to your workforce. We have already discussed about this in our notes, which you can find it in playlist of the channel. So you can say like, you can communicate, or you can show the health and safety policies to your workforce through different methods. You have to write. I will say out the points, like you can say the notice boards throughout the workplace. You can say brought to the attention of all employees at induction and refresher training sessions, during the team briefing sessions, at toolbox talks also you can inform them directly by email, the internet if it is available, newsletters, the booklets, leaflets, posters. Similarly, there should be a permanent information on the agenda for health and safety committee meetings whenever it happens. So there also you can give the information about these policies and all. The question is like, what all are the typical contents of the statement of intent section of an organization's health and safety policy document? So in the statement of intent section, what all contents you can expect? So there you can write like, it should cover health and safety, welfare and relevant environmental issues must be covered. It must be included in that. The name of health and safety advisor and any representatives are there, it must be there. The position of senior person in the organization who is committed for health and safety, like normally the chief executives or the CEO, their information will be there. Similarly, a commitment to the basic requirements of health and safety rules, everything will be mentioned. A commitment to the additional requirement of the good management of health and safety in the workplace, like risk assessment, emergency procedures, health surveillance, everything will be mentioned. Duties towards the general public and others, like the visitors, customers, and the contractors. The principal hazards, what all are there in the organization. The specific policies of the organization have to be mentioned. A commitment to the employee consultation, possibly using a safety committee or the plant councils. Specific performance targets for the future and for the immediate future must be mentioned. We will be seeing another question, which is specify 6 targets that an organization might typically set in relation to health and safety. So you have to give 6 examples, and I advise it is better to give statistics also. So you can say like a specific reduction in number of accidents, incidents and cases of work related ill health in a company, a reduction in the level of sickness absence, a specific increase in the number of employees trained. It means the trainings are given, you have to show the number of trainings which are given. An increase in the reporting of minor accidents, near miss incidents, a reduction in the number of civil claims, no enforcement notices from the local authority, specific improvement in health and safety audit scores, audit reports, the achievement of proper setting up a proper health and safety management standards, like ILO, OSH 2001 or ISO 45001, etc. Now the next question, why an organization should establish health and safety targets. So there we can say different reasons for an organization to set health and safety targets, like you can say the evidence of it shows management commitment, similarly to prioritize and focus on important health and safety issues, to motivate the staff by giving them something tangible to aim for and to encourage their ownership, to enable performance with standards to be measured and to identify improvements that have been made, to enable trends to be identified, to meet the standards of health and safety management systems, to highlight the important part that targets can play in facilitating the measurement and review of performance. So apart from this, you can write many other points also. So friends, these are the main some important questions which you can expect from element 2. So as I said, element 1 and element 2 are quite easy compared to other, is quite easy compared to other elements, because in other elements, element 3 and element 4, you can expect a wide variety of questions. So in next video we'll be seeing the element 3, where we'll be seeing focusing on many more important questions which are very important for this exam. So stay tuned.